ASMR Cartooning. I hope you guys are able to catch my video today. We had some technical difficulties this morning when I was going live, and I'm not sure what happened. So, second time's a charm, I guess. And that's, you know, what live stream is all about. What you see is what you get with me. So, welcome if you guys are clicking on. Thanks for clicking on. I appreciate it. All right, so guys, I'm going to go ahead and keep you up to date as to what's going on with the comic strip. So, the fish people are at it again. And so, what happened was they kidnapped another couple of animals. They kidnapped Hog and they kidnapped Black Sheep Dude. And those are the two animals that are helping save the planet. They're working on a tree that doesn't die. You can't burn it. It doesn't require water, but it does provide fruit for critters. So what happened was the fish people kidnapped a pig and a sheep. So what's going on now? Let me see. Let me get you here, because this is one of my character defects. Is I'm very forgetful. I forget where. There. I'm working on it though, guys. Seriously, I'm working. So I hope that you can see this thing. Okay, so this. Oh, let me show you my. Okay, backwards. It's all started this morning, guys. It all started when I didn't get anyone. In my sessions because of the Goom Up. So it kind of started that way. Anyway, enough complaining. I'm going to start telling you about the comic. Okay, so what they did was Herb and Frank, they broke out the robot because this guy can do, he's kind of transformer robot dude. So I don't know what to call him. I'm thinking about calling him Space Robot. And then he says, Herb goes, sick him. And he's going after the fish people because they've got to get those two, they got to get the Hog and Black Sheep Dude back. So he splits. And then the next comic strip panel is a big old flash, and he's back already. And then he has the fish people, and he's dropping the fish person here in the spaceship. And he said, that was fast. Okay, where did you put him? They're asking, and here's the two. There's Black Sheep Dude and the pig, and they said, haha, it's too late. Let me see. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, it's too late. We already got him. There's nothing you can do about it. And so they said, and Herb goes, that's what you think. And then he tells the robot to go get him again. So it's a long, drawn-out story, and I hope that you guys are able to catch this video. I hope that you're able to, guys. I don't know what it is with YouTube lately. This morning was the first, so I'm hoping I don't have the same problem as I did this morning, guys. And if you're clicking on, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Okay, this is this robot dude. He's telling the robot dude to go get those fish people and bring them back. First of all, they kidnapped Mama. Then they kidnapped Black Sheep Dude and the Hog. I don't know what to call the Hog yet, but he's kind of like a brain. He's like really smart. Okay, and then, so sorry about that pounding. I'm telling you. The last place I was living at, you guys, you cannot make this stuff up. I'm telling you. The last place I was living, and it was spring break, and I had time slots for these sessions, and they had construction going on in these during spring break, and it's like, so now it is summer break, and you know what? I got construction going on. It's crazy. Hi, you guys. Hi, Mystic. Shug, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much, and thank you so much. You guys don't know how much it means to me just to see your lovely comments and everything. I'm telling you. This morning I was doing a pastel session, and I'm going, where's all my people at? So I don't know what was going on with YouTube, you guys. I don't know what was going on, because there weren't nobody there. It's like, what the heck? And so my friend told me that he tried clicking on and he couldn't get my session to generate or populate, that is. And here I am gabbing about my woe is me story, and guess what I did? Party foul. That's okay. It's all good, you guys. Yeah, you guys. I'm so sad this morning too. So I don't know. But it's going to end up being a good day, I promise you, because I'll guarantee you one thing, you guys. The sun definitely will come up in the morning. My mother's famous last words are, you know what? Be thankful for what you got today, because it could be over tomorrow. And she's so right on that. And it makes me think, you know, these people who have car accidents and things like that, you just assume that you're going to come home from your daily grind or whatever it is that you're doing, right? And it doesn't happen all the time. And I feel sad for the families it happens to, but you know what, guys, it happens to people. So what my thought is, enjoy what you have today. Man, if you can manage to get home in one piece, you guys, especially in Las Vegas traffic, holy cow, you guys, I'm telling you. I'm telling you what. I'm going to go get my old lady. I went to the store the other day, you guys, and I got glasses. New ones that don't slip off my head. Oh, you know what? Let me tell you something about sisters. Let me tell you about my sister. And I love her dearly. She's a pain in the ass sometimes, but I love her to death. When we were kids, we would draw together, and you know what, guys? I was just enthralled at just watching her try. I just got, you know, it was a tingly thing. It is a sensation. It's just a real good feeling. I thought, this stuff, obviously, it works. It's been around forever. And I apologize for the pounding. That's just something I can't help, guys. So I apologize for that. And it is 12 o'clock, you guys. And you know what? These guys should be on a lunch break. And if I wasn't live streaming, I'd go stick my head out the window and yell at them and say, hey, you guys, cool it. They can't do that because I'm live streaming, you guys. All I can do is apologize for the goom-ups. Those of you who are following me say, hey, it's nothing new. Wow, seriously. If you're not here in chat, in my neighborhood or around this environment that I'm doing my ASMR sessions in. You guys, seriously. You'll think that something's wrong. It's like, what? You know, on those days where there's absolutely, no distraction. But I tell you one thing, you guys, I'm going to adopt a kitty. I am. I don't know whether I'm going to I'm going to adopt a little girl kitty, you guys. And it's only because I miss my animal. I miss her so much. I need something. I miss having the companion of an animal in my life because I lived with animals for so many years, guys. Yeah, so it's 12 o'clock Las Vegas time, you guys. And I even asked them that, what time do you guys not work? The construction guys that are literally building the bathroom upstairs for me. I cannot catch a break, you guys. Seriously. There's my little beloved doggy. Oh, Lord, guys. It's so funny. I'm telling you. But I love doing this, and I'm hoping that you're reading the comic book on my blog site. With the comic book, soon to be comic book, I've really got to pull my head out of my butt and start working on this and start making it into a comic. The thing is, so this place is called Lulu, and I think they house comic. I think they are a service, and they provide the platform that cartoonists need to design comic books. And so that's what I want to do. Because you guys, I have a mountain full of material. Just this comic strip alone. It's like, I have it on file. And I don't know, I think I'm gonna, let me see. I have it on. By the way, I didn't do this. This was this guy. This was Frank. He's not the one with the Google AI service. So he's going sick 'em. And he goes, and then the robot's gonna go grrr. And then the next one is he's splitting. He's taking off. He's gonna get those damn fish people. So cute. So he's their secret weapon, and I don't think I want to add any more characters. I'm getting full up of characters on this comic strip, you guys. Seriously. Yeah. Okay. So he just told the space robot to get them. Okay, so this one is going to be, he's already back. He's already gotten done, so he's back. So this is a flashbang. Okay, so her. I made him anorexic today, guys. I'm not going to make him anorexic. Okay, and then Frank. This was last minute planning, you guys, when I created these two characters. Because basically, my channel is ad-libbing and improv. And I have a disclosure on my blog site, on my and it says if you're confused, don't worry, you're not the first one, or something like that. You won't be the first, you won't be the last. And I'm telling you how many people say, "What are you doing?" I'm just fooling around with cat jokes stuff. And it's like, I really dig what I'm doing though. And you know what, you guys? I said that I was going to continue to teach next year, but you know what I did? I folded my cards. I'm going to try to do the YouTube thing next year, you guys. You know, I am a true believer in signs from the universe. For me, that's just me being weird, but that's my belief. And if I haven't gotten a teaching job as of now, I am gonna seek retirement and enjoy doing this full time, you guys. So, you know, maybe it's a good thing. And I truly believe that things happen for a reason. And so, and I have not gotten a job yet, so I do have, I have my Social Security. I have a little bit of, retirement from school. But you know what? I just like, what are you gonna do? Okay, they're going. Okay, right in the middle here, it's going to read, they're back already. And I don't know if I want to, let me see if I want to or not. I don't know if I want to or not, but the flashbang has got to be a flashbang. And my thought process is, so this is it. Thought process in this is, I could put the fish people and the robot here, which I probably could do, and I think I may, because I can, because I'm making it up as I go, guys. Okay, we'll do the robot here. Okay, I did look. Okay, so here, and his little eyes. Okay. Arr. Fish person. Gotta be really careful. There you go, guys. There is one of my fish people. He ain't a happy camper either. But I'm not gonna see this thing right here. That's gonna hold his mark. Okay, because he can't breathe air, guys. He's a fish person. He kind of looks like a frog almost. However, unlike a frog, he can't breathe air. So, okay, so, and let's do this way. And his arms are going to go like this. There. Poor frog person. Okay. So these guys are yellow with black spots. I can't remember what they look like. Kind of like frogs, you guys, but they're fish people. And their planet is running out of water. So they keep trying to invade the Earth and melt the polar ice caps. And that's not good for the planet, because there's lots of things that live here. There. Okay, so we'll put some spots on him. There you go, guys. yeah, that was just very weird this morning, you guys. My couldn't hear a balloon thing. I didn't have one, and it's like, okay, something. I guess it was technical. I'm not gonna worry about it because what's done is done. So what? You know, it goes. Get over it. Go on. Move on. Keep telling my kids that when I teach them too, you guys. It's like, you know what? Don't cry over spilled milk. It's okay to be sad and be frustrated. And you know, all those emotions are natural. Come on. What's done is done. You can't undo done. That's for sure, guys. Right? If that makes any sense at all. Is that's when you say naughty things to somebody too. I keep telling my kids, don't be mean. Don't be mean because it's 2 seconds later you're going to be over it and forgot what you bought. That's human nature. I'm thinking. That's my opinion anyway. You know what? I kind of got that pang this morning when I found out that no one could hear my video or see me or even know that I was recording. It was like I was a little PO'd, I'll be honest with you. It's like, what the heck? But the drawings came out nice. I'll show you what I drew this morning, guys. And it's on tape. You can, you know, just check it out on. It's at the was done today, so it's available if you want to see it. Just saying. Apologize. Okay. Anyway. All right. Let's give them some more bling 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 bling. Let's do this. You know what, guys? I love color. I do love color. All right, so now, this is what we're going to do. Watch this. Come on, baby, don't do that to me. Okay, well, that's okay. Well, their mouths open, they're shut. Okay. They're back already. Here, I'll let Frank say that. Okay. He's the first person. Okay, so those of you who are just now clicking on, this is Herb telling Space Robot. He says, you need to go fetch those 2 animals because the fish people, they kidnapped him. And he goes, Roger that. He says, copy that. And then the next one, he says, sick 'em. And he splits. And then 2 seconds later, and I'll tell you, 2 seconds later, they're back already. So that was fast. Say something like that. That was fast. And now, without further ado, Robot's gonna dump this pile of hooey and present him to her. I was being nice to fish person though. I gave him a mask, so they actually need him alive. So he has to tell them where the heck the scientist and I guess I don't know what to call him, a foreman maybe, black sheep dude. He runs the pasture, so I don't know what kind of title I want to give him, guys. I do not know. But look I'm starting to draw my straight lines better. Yay! Seriously, you guys. Hey, hi, Robert. Thanks for stopping in, you guys. I appreciate you and love you. To the moon and back. I check out tarot every once in a while. And there's this little girl. She's a tarot reader. And I'm a Taurus. I'm a bull. So I'm the sign of the bull. And I watch her occasionally just because. And she's a Taurus. She's a tarot reader and she's a Taurus. And she calls her audience her bull gang. She's got a name for her fans. And I don't know what to call you guys. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. If that's one thing about me you ought to know, you guys. This little parking space up there does not stop. Since I started this comic strip, it doesn't stop. I'm trying to think of content all the time. And it's about the funnest thing I think I've ever done in my life. I just absolutely love doing this stuff. And I was so sad this morning when I realized something was awry in that one taping this morning, guys. I don't know, it was just very frustrating, and it's like, can't do anything about it, so move on, Mo. And so I moved on. Is what it is, guys. And then I meditated, and everything was good. Big old believer in meditation, you guys. Big old believer. So healthy. In my opinion, of course. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to talk you into anything. I'm just saying. You guys. And hanging out and chilling out. If you can, and I, have empathy for moms who have, sibling children, more than one kiddo. Because, listen, I taught for a few years, guys, and I know how kids get along. But you know what I found? I don't know. When I was a kid, I had a brother and two sisters. And from what I see, the kids, the siblings, they take care of each other, you guys. It's so funny because I noticed that they have the big brother, big sisters. They take care of one another. That's what I noticed. I worked at a Title I school, and you have siblings taking care of each other because parents are working, you guys, So they take care of each other. And I was a kid once, and this was back in the day, before technology. There weren't any Blackberries or anything around in my kidhood day. So we made up things to do. And we had so much fun. My little brother, he was the only boy in our family. And we had this game called the Ha Ha Monster. I know, it doesn't make sense, but when you're a kid, it does, and it's fun. And so we had a house that had, it was formatted so that you could actually run around the house, and we did. Moms and dads work, and so we were home alone. But like I said, it was a different time. But Ha Ha Monster was something that we played, didn't require batteries, nothing, you guys. And my little brother, he'd do this and go ha 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 ha, and he'd run and chase us girls all over the house. So it was one of the best times I've ever had, just playing stupid stuff like that. It's like, Kids are smart. Smarter than what we give them credit for, I'm thinking. Oh God, my big sister. When we were kids, we were kids, and kids just dumb stuff. And we took some bottles of pop from this liquor store. I think it was just a supermarket. And my big sister took 3 bottles of Dr. Pepper, and she had a dress on, and she's holding them underneath her dress and walking out of the store. And I'm thinking to myself, Lori, that's pretty brave. And then my other sister comes walking out with 3 boxes of Cracker Jacks. And I'm going, you guys gotta be kidding me. And it's like, you guys can't do that. But they did it. I guess I conspired because I didn't tattle on them, so I guess I was one of them too. There's an old expression. Things do taste better when they're free, but not when you acquire something free like that. That's just me being a responsible adult, trying to redeem myself from my kidhood days. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Kids are funny, you guys. Man. I don't know what our kids are up to these days, but I don't know what kind of goings-on goes in their bee-brain minds, but you know what? I don't know. Take care of your babies, that's all I'm saying, you guys. Because you know what? They could be there one day and just not the other, you know? So hug them when you can, you guys, seriously. Just saying. You guys, I may cut this short today because I don't want to disrupt your, let's see how long this hammering lasts, and I apologize for that. It's spring break all over again, I'm telling you. Yeah, I couldn't catch a break when I was at the other place, so. Not really that different, you guys. All right, what was this? All right, he was just like that. Let me see. I'm gonna put a little zhuzh around him this way. There we go. There in his little thing here. Here's your man. What do you want me to do with him, Sarge? I guess I can call him a sergeant. And I can make Chuck. General, or not general. I don't know. Chuck looks more like a sergeant to me than. I was going to call him commander. That would be a good. Yeah, that would be a good name because I think in Star Trek there were commanders and stuff like that. That would be a good title for him anyway. That's what I'm thinking. I can't use super cow. And I don't know that I would want to use Super Chuck. I don't know if it fits his character. I could just call him Sergeant Chuck, or Commander Cow, or Commander Chuck, or I don't know, guys. I'm not really sure. I'm still thinking about it. Doggone these. I'm telling you. What time is it? You guys, let me just tell you something. I asked these guys, they said, when do you go on lunch? And they said 12 o'clock. Let me see what time it is. And let's see. It's 12:30, you guys. I started my ASMR session at 12. And holy cow. They sure don't give them long lunch breaks, you guys. All I'm saying. Okay. we're just going to do him. He's a floater. There. Okay, so yeah, he's a floater. Okay, here you go. Here you go. I don't know what you boss. Sergeant. We'll just go. Here you go, boss. Here's your fish, people. What do you want me to do with it? This is their secret weapon, their secret self-defense weapon. He had to push a red button to get access to him, you guys. And so all of a sudden, I'm going to make him a transformer, and he will be able to transform things into things like a car, like a jet, like a plane, like something like that. It will be like the Amazing 3 all over again, except there's a lot more animals. It was called the Amazing 3, you guys. And it was a cartoon. It was an anime cartoon. And it had 3 animals. It had a horse, it had a rabbit, and it had a turtle. I think those were the animals that were in it. Okay. There. And the horse was able, I think the horse was able to build things. He can make anything out of anything. This was my aspiration to do this comic strip. It's like, you know what? This could happen. I could do something like this, comparable to the Amazing 3. You're just adding more animals to it. I don't have a rabbit though. Here's this guy. And I don't have a turtle. Okay. And I don't have a horse. But I do have a cow. I was thinking of putting a horse in, but it's like, you know what? There. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe. It's really sad that I'm really sad this, but I shouldn't be. You know what? When I get emotional and I get sad and I get hot under the collar, you know, I get so dang tired. I am exhausted. And it's because I take so much energy out of my soul to you know, express those emotions. Put those emotions out there, and it's like, God, by the time I'm done having my tantrum, I'm exhausted. I had a tantrum when my husband died. One day, I was in his workshop, guys. And I was so mad at him for dying on me. It was just one of those days, and I thought, I was just sad about everything, and all of a sudden I got pissed off. I got so mad. I got so mad. It's like, why did you join me? And it just boiled up inside me, because I think he had passed away maybe not too long after I had threw my fit. It was probably about a month, 2 months after he had passed, and I was sitting here in his workshop, and I just let it get the best of me, you guys, and I just screamed at the top of my friggin' lungs with everything that I had. Everything, all those months bottled up, and I just let it out. And the funny story is, every single friggin' light in my house all the power went out. The nanosecond I screamed, I let all that emotion out. You cannot make this up, I'm telling you. I wish there was a witness. And then come to find out, all my power was out. I looked, and it's like, I figured, well, maybe it's a circuit breaker. I looked, the circuit breakers were fine. So I went outside, and sure enough, the whole entire block. Nothing. No power. And I thought, did I do that? You know, I kind of believe people can do that, though. And there's a lot to be said about the mind, you guys. Look at how people can lift thousands of pounds, you know, because of the adrenaline and stuff like that. I'm serious. That's something that, you know, I don't know. I just think there's more to it. People. And just, I don't know. There's more to people's brains than what we give them credit for. I guess that's what I'm fishing for. Okay. Yeah, the brain's an amazing thing. And I'm telling some people, you know, my husband died of cancer. And I was just thinking, you know what? If I knew anything better about mind control and things like that, and people can make themselves better. I've seen it done. I think it all depends on your attitude, guys. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but it's kind of... I kind of try to understand it, but it's a tough one, man. It is a tough. To each his own, right? Okay. He's out of here, dude. And he's still. Okay. Let me see. So let's okay, now here's a planet. That's Aquarium. And Aquarium is running out of water. They are running out, and the fish people have found the earth and thought that that's inhabitable if you give it some more water, make it worthy of supporting life, or their kind of life. They're fish people. And fish people cannot breathe air, but they can breathe water. And I was designing the fish people, and you know what, guys? So I thought, they sure look like frogs. They sure look like frogs, you guys. Let's see. Here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a fish people spaceship right there. Don't ask me why. It needed something. Okay. That's all I got. It needed something. All right. They're in a spaceship. Because they had to be in a spaceship because when you press the emergency button, guys, space robot appeared. And what I'm thinking is he was part of the spaceship. Since he can transform, okay, this is my thought. Since he can transform into anything, he was just a part of the spaceship. So when they pressed that button or broke the glass, pressed the button, then he turned into a robot. It could happen. It just did in my little pea brain mind. Listen, I hope that makes sense to you. Let's give him, I don't want him to be white. He's got to be some kind of something. this kind of something he's going to be. Okay, I'm going to have to take notes because or just go over my notes. Because the stuff that I'm making up is stuff that I'm literally putting in my comic strip. So it has to make sense. Lord knows. Half the time I'm trying to keep up with myself. It ain't easy. Got a lot of shit going on. Okay, so look, guys. He's, what happened? Okay. All right. Oh, he sent him off. Space. Okay. Okay, so I'm looking at these and trying to figure out what goes next. So he said, robot, you've got to go find those animals. Because Chuck's busy doing something else. I think Chuck's in charge of the Mission Control Center 1, and he's got the zap gun. So Chuck is under the water in the Space Center. So is Lola. So is Vio. So those three characters are under the water. He's in the spaceship, and he got word that Black Sheep Dude and Hog, Agent Hog, he got word that they got abducted, and then there was a ransom note. When Chuck went to check on these animals, there was a ransom note on a pile of hay. It says, negotiate or else. So fish people have them. So Chuck goes and gets a hold of Tracker Cow Angel. Says, hey, you got to tell the Frank and Herb that they've been kidnapped. And so Frank and Herb and say, yeah, we're going to have to use the emergency button. So they click the red button, and they were able to break the glass, or vice versa, cart in front of horses. They roll like that all the time. So they break the glass, they press the button, and lo and behold, they have a robot. And he's telling the robot, he says, sick 'em. And he's going, grrr. And so he splits. And then 2 seconds later, he's back. He's back with fish people, a fish person. And then he says, the next one is, here's your man, boss, or chief, or whatever. He says, what's next? And chief goes, he says, you gotta fetch those the scientist and the foreman. I think I'm gonna make Black Sheep Dude a foreman. He looks like he's in control of stuff, so I think I'm gonna do that. So, okay, so Herb's going, all right, you go get those two, yes, he got he said, he doesn't have to tell him because he already knows, but they have one. So they have a hostage now. Ooh, the plot thickens, you guys. People are going, do you not have anything better to do, lady, than to just make up shit? No, I'm on summer vacation, guys. That's what I'm doing. Can't help it. Pardon the French. I don't cuss much. You know what, you guys? When I quit drinking, I started cussing. That was a vice I took up, and I shouldn't have. But I've learned to quell my bad language. You have to have proper language when you're dealing with kiddos. But and I always know not to. Never have, never would. Anyway, so that was a habit I actually took up when I quit drinking. I took up sugar, and I took up swearing. I don't smoke, though. I'm not a smoker. And a lot of people who are alcoholics say they're smokers. And I used to be a smoker. I'm glad I broke that habit because it ain't a good habit, you guys. I'm telling you. You see these? I don't know. My dentist scared me out of ever picking up another smoke. I hadn't gone to the dentist for years, you guys, and this is a long, long time ago. And I was a smoker. And I, like I said, hadn't been to the dentist. He says, you know what, Miss Maxfield, you got pre-cancer spots on your gums. I was like, huh? He says, yep, pre-cancer. And I go, huh? And he says, you want to get rid of those spots? I said, yeah. He says, quit smoking. I said, okay. Never touch a cigarette again. That was it for me. Kidding? Cancer is an ugly animal, you guys. Let me just tell you something. Ain't a fun disease. I'm telling you. I wouldn't wish it on anyone, seriously. Okay, so. Alright, so this, guys, this is this. I think I'm going to color it first before I ink it. Heaven knows I'm a... Oh, you guys, man, I'm telling you. In a perfect world, I'd be at my drafting table. And with my Elmo and my speakers. In a perfect world, right? In a soundproof studio. You know what? Baby steps. Baby steps, guys. Seriously. Seriously. Okay, now. Someday. Okay, do I want it that way? I don't know. Hang on. I've got that's a nice color, but I don't know. I want to make sure that the application goes on clean. And that's a good color, and that's a nice tip, and that's how that happens. So let me do, I hope you can see this part of the, there you go. And here, here. I'm going to have to do it this way, guys, because I didn't know how fat I wanted my target to be. Let's see. Okay, so then I can do this. I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying, guys. Giving it the old effort here. After all, it is just a cartoon, guys. I don't know. Maybe it's my eyeballs. I don't know. Is it? Shoot, I don't know. I'm not going to press my luck. I like that. So I'm going to, let me see. I'm going to do, let's see here. I have a nice sand color that I think I'm going to use, but I'm going to do a little erasing first, guys. Just a little bit here, guys. Alrighty. Okay, sand. Okay. This is the color of their planet anyway, guys. They're running out of water. The planet's called Aquarium. For now, unless somebody can think of a better. You guys, you know what? I'm gonna do a poll. That's what I'm gonna do. Somebody told me that it would be okay to do a poll. And I'm not sure how to utilize the polls, but I'm going to. So what I'll do is, after the video, I'll build a poll about maybe names for the pig, and because I don't know if I should, or suggestions for the title of the comic strip. What I need to call Chuck, because I can't call him Super. I can't call him Super, guys. That's been taken already. So, sadly, but truly. Oopsie. Oops. You know what? When I make mistakes, back in the day when I goomed up, I call them goom ups these days. My husband called them party fouls. Party foul. Look, that part of the. Okay. That should be fine. And then I'll just do a little light blue for the water. I'm thinking, can I find a silly thing? Let me see. Okay. Okay. A little bit of blue. Because this here planet is running out of stuff. Water, mainly. So their target is here. And so they're hostages, so they have to keep them here on land because they can't rightly put them in the water. Or I could make these little waterproof containers. You know what, you guys, that's the beauty of not having a script. You know what, sometimes just ad-libbing and improv is just plain fun. And if you guys ever get a chance to hit Whose Line Is It Anyway, that show is so blue and funny. It's all improv and impromptu and ad-libbing, and it is just genuinely funny. If you're having a bad day, I encourage you to just check it out. Whose Line Is It Anyway? You could always YouTube it or Google it, you guys. Oops, it's just a really, really fun show. Fun show. Isn't there an easier way to do this? Probably not. I will try go. Okay, so I wonder, yeah, because this is land and this is, okay, get my bearings together here. So I think maybe we'll give them green. Since they're fish people, we'll give them green and yellow. Maybe. Sorry, guys. Okay, these are their little umbrellas. Okay, this is... Okay. We'll do his different. Okay. There we go. All right. Green. Those fish people sure look like frogs. Jelly Beanie. Okay, so we need to make him gray. You know what I could call him? I could call him Sergeant Black. I should do a poll and see what kind of names you can come up with, you guys, for this fella and this fella. That would be great. I'm going to do that after here. I think so. I think somebody told me that I could do that kind of thing, but you know what? I don't say, but it's just one of my essence. I have a hard time starting in projects and finishing. I think my problem lays with finishing stuff more than starting. Sure, I can start something, it's just finishing the project. So I promise, when I'm done with my session, you guys, I am going to upload my pictures. But first I will do a poll and see what you guys, your thoughts are as to names for these critters. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. His fat little belly. Okay. There. I guess I should put a cloud in there, huh? Why not? There you go. Let's see, there. That is a, oops. Let's see if I can fix this thing. Let's see if I can fix this guy. I probably can. Let me see. Maybe, maybe not. Come on, baby. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Sure, I could do it in AI. Why do? But it doesn't make it. No, I think it makes it more original when you do stuff like this. It's called original art for a reason, guys. You know? I don't know. I love the notion of cartooning, and cartooning is something that you do with your hands. And sure, I understand the pad, you know, and the stylus and stuff like that. Sure, more power. I like using the stylus, but and it does it. Using technology, God, there's so much you can do in AI these days, you guys. It gives you the liberty of doing really groovy effects and things like that, you guys, you know? So I'm a big old advocate of technology and implementing technology with coloring, but there's something about comic strips and cartooning and coloring comic strips to me. I don't know. My opinion, I just think it's more old school, and it's probably because of the era I was brought up in, and that's probably why I enjoy this form of creating humor or content, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I had in mind. I said, you know, there's got to be a reason why I chose. I mean, I was inspired by one of my viewers, and just this thought, just a concept, just this idea created a whole new chapter for this character and the content of the comic strip. And it's funny because there's a lot of stuff like, it's so interesting how I view the world through, I don't know, different eyes, but see things and it's like, wow, I'm literally doing a comic strip and it's got animals and stuff like that, superheroes and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden I hear about, I guess Superman, a revamp or something. I heard about it somewhere. It's like little signs from the universe tell me I'm doing something cool. Call me crazy. But it's funny. You get those little things, and I'm doing a comic strip with a cow, and son of a bitch, I see cows everywhere. It's so funny. It's like, where are all these cows coming from? I guess just because I'm working on a comic strip, I guess, I don't know. It's either weirdness or it's just the universe saying, look at, ooh. Okay. I'm going off on a tangent, guys. Sorry. That's how I roll, though. This is me. Take it or leave it. All right, what was the last one? Okay, right on. So let me go ahead and give you the download here. I'll do it in order. This. Okay, if you guys have been here since the beginning of the video, thank you so much. I appreciate you sticking it out with me. Okay, so here's the download, guys. They have kidnapped, fish people have kidnapped the hog, scientist hog, I don't know what to call him. So I'm going to make a poll in a minute and see if you guys have any suggestions for me. And then Black Sheep Dude, I was thinking of calling him Sergeant Black Sheep Dude. I don't know if that name is too long. Anyway, so that's what's going on so far. What happened was, these guys are very important, and it is very important for them to get back to be rescued. So they had to press the emergency button. So they pressed the emergency button, and lo and behold, a robot comes out of the spaceship. He's kind of like a transformer. Let's see. He was the spaceship, part of the spaceship. And then he says, you need to find Agent Hog and Black Sheep Dude. Or you know, I don't know what to call him yet. He says, and then he goes, sick 'em. And then he goes, grrr. He goes, roger that, copy that, and he starts growling. And so the next part, he's out of there like a little bird. He splits. And then 2 seconds later, and I'll type in 2 seconds later. Here's a robot, here's a fish person. And then, that was fast. He says, that was fast. Okay, he's going to the fish person. Okay, where are they at? Spill. And the robot says, so he's going to drill them to see where they're at. And then the fish people spilled. He told them where they were at. So he goes, okay, dude. He says, go get those two. And so this is where they end up, in this part of the planet. So the next panels I'm going to do will be more comic strip stuff. So I'm not sure exactly what it's gonna be, because I'm making it up as I go. But hey, you guys, I sure appreciate you coming in and hanging out with me for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and take off and get that poll started for you. So if you guys have any suggestions as to what I should call the robot, and Black Sheep Duo I like, I'm going to keep, but I'm not sure what to call Chuck. Super Cow is taken, so I don't know. Super Cow and Friends, I think that title is taken, so I need to find another title for the comic strip. So I guess I could call it a spin-off of the Bill and Chuck Show, or keep it Bill and Chuck Show. I'm not sure. You tell me. I'm not sure. So that being said, I'm going to go get that little chore done and call it a day with the session for now. But I do appreciate you guys coming by. Well, this was just a heads up. This was my pastel this morning, and this little guy. I dreamt about him a couple of days ago, and it was an incredible dream. That's a whole nother story in itself, and I did it on my tape this morning. That I did a live this morning, and I'm not sure why I didn't get any views. Something happened. It was technical stuff. So it's on my morning tape if you're interested in watching that session. That can be found there. So guys, thank you so much again for coming by and hanging out with me. I love you. I love you all to the moon and back, you guys. I do. And I'll be back later on tonight to do a little bit more pastel work. I think I may do charcoal work too, because I got a lot of neat paper. Let me show you something here if I can. Like, just take your time for just a minute. This paper, I'll just show you this. I was doing some artwork with this colored, this is pastel paper, you guys, and I love this stuff. So, and my pastels are varied. They're different densities, so, but it seems to, and I use actually different densities when I'm designing my artwork. So that paper that I'm using, it's working really well, and it's Canson is the folks who provide that for me. So, okay, anyway, that's enough out of me. You guys, I appreciate you coming by and hanging out with me. I love you all to death, and so hope that you're around later. I'm going to do a little bit more pastel work with my new paper. So you guys take care. You enjoy the rest of your day, and you I guess we'll see you in another time. Okay, so bye-bye, guys. Namaste.